2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Then to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, something I'm grateful for is all the help that I've had yesterday, preparing for today. I actually really don't like public speaking. So I'm really grateful for Kevin, Brian, Chris, Shattuck, Jamie, Bryce, all the guys that were able to give me a little pointers on just to get through it since it's the first one. And kind of proud of me going, screw it, let's do it. Let's rip the main day. And then also want to shout out all the guys again that helped me because honestly, it helped me out to get the nerves down to having me up here. Anyone else have a shout out?
I got a shout out to Hannah for the bread yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was delicious.
She watches on YouTube.
Shout out to Monty and Nick for working with Ryan's friend's son yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna give them a shout out as well. They really appreciated that. And to Kevin for sitting down and talking with them, it was great.
A shout out to Bryce, Ahmad, Salam yesterday, being willing to try something new. So that's exciting. We'll have more on that here too.
Yeah.
Telling Brian for leaving Facebook last night. It was Exodus, man.
It's time.
Leach. No?
Good.
All right.
Anyone
else?
Wow. Ungrateful.
All right. So improvement video of today is what Brian had kind of talked on. Where are you at? With Bryce, Ahmad, and
Hey guys, we are trying something new in the fabrication department today. It's very loud. You can tell that's where I'm at. These bumpers, let me turn this around. 100 series rear strike bumpers is what we decided to test this on. We have a job of 3 of these. Normally, one fabricator in one of these booths would start the job, all 3 of those, and it would take us a day and a half, maybe close to 2 days to finish that. So today we have Bryce doing the first operation on all 3 of them. So he has packed all 3 bumpers up. But as soon as the first one was done, Ahmad in this next booth here took over. He's beginning on that. But while he's doing that, Bryce is moving on to the mounts for this bumper. And he's already tacked up the wings, my understanding as well. So as they move one at a time from Bryce, now Ahmad has one. Ahmad's going to weld and grind this whole shell. Hi, Ahmad. And he's going to weld the back sides of these wings. And again, one at a time. So as he finishes that first one, moves over here to Solemn. Solemn is using the fixture, taking the previously ground bumper, and he is attaching the wings, installing the D-ring, and the other internal, then finishing it. We believe each step is going to be about the same time. So these guys are going to knock all 3 of these bumpers out in less than a day. So we'll check in and see how they finish up later. All right, checking back in probably an hour, maybe just an hour later. Bryce has just finished the 3rd one. He gave it to Ahmad. He's moving on to a new job. Ahmad is now working on the beginning of the 3rd one, doing all the stuff he's doing. Solemn is just about to move the first one up and move on to the 2nd one. And right as he finishes the 2nd one, Ahmad should be handing this one off to him. And we'll finish it from there. We're on a really good pace to beat our normal time for sure. It seems smoother. And this is the first actual process improvement we've come up with in the fab department. So going well. All right, guys, I'm coming over to check on this new process we're trying. Found the first bumper. It's already at powder coat primer. So I'm gonna head back, check on the 2nd one really quick at shipping. All right, so I got to shipping and it had actually just been picked up by Trevor. And so we're heading into powder coat now. So there's only the 3rd left. All right, walking to fab now. Where the last bumper is. We are almost exactly 6 hours from when we started this morning. And look what I found. I'm loading up the last bumper right now. 6 hours into it, we did really well. I'm going to check times compared to when we were doing it as individuals. Okay, back outside where you can hear me now. I just checked that job versus our average for that bumper for the last year. And for the job of 3, we were 2 hours and 9 minutes faster doing it this way. So it was about 43 minutes per bumper faster. This was the first time we've tried it. So it went very well.
get off the maximize window. There you go.
Hey guys, we are.
Then the before and after that I found was the tube bender dies. Before it didn't really look like it had a home, and now it is taped off like that. And then the SOP that I like, which is pretty simple, but still, Bryce Bazan made it. It's on changing the steel MIG wire and a welder. And today's quote is, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I thought it was great or a good one for today's topic. With you just gotta start. Today's topic is action this day. Benefits of doing actions this day, you can start finding the issues and making the improvements now. What that can look like is 3S in your workspace in the morning. And then also if it's too big of a task for a little bit in the morning, you can write it on a list. Benefits of doing it on, like writing it down on a list, it clears your head for later on the day. It'll help you focus on your current workload, whether it be customer service, fabrication, marketing, making it more valuable to the customer with all your time that you're using. Then also writing it down on a list, you're not trying to juggle it between your workload and trying to remember it. And you can always go back to it and jump back to what you were thinking of. Then this one I've really been able to do at home as well. Just I was talking with Brian on Messenger and telling him how much this one relates to me at home. Just seeing the dishes pile up or laundry piling up, whether it's clean or dirty, just seeing things that need to get done and not assuming or expecting someone else to do it, just jumping in and doing it. And then for action on this day, it can lead you to having the perspective of leading with the servant's heart, which means you can do the things that need to be done instead of assuming or expecting someone else doing it. This will make you have less festering on your mind and become more at ease. Any questions or comments?
For action this day at home, it could be as simple as even just making your bed.
Yeah.
It could personally, it kind of just motivates me for the day. Like, all right, I did one thing that I don't have to do later now, and I just woke up. So
Yeah.
that's how I start my day off right. I try to.
Right.
Something as simple as that.
Not necessarily a task perspective, but action this day can also be being present. Like, when you go home, you don't just check out or, ditch out, you actually be present with your kids or be present with your spouse.
I practiced one yesterday, put a note on the stairs, leave me alone, because I have so much stuff to do. And nobody bugged me, because now I was able to get a lot done. That was it's about
I mean, kind of stress the importance of the action this day topic. I think where we were before versus where we are now. We talked a lot early on about maybe waiting on some of these things until we get into the new building. And we decided to just kind of push forward and roll things out, as we have been. You can see obviously how much that's changed everything so far.
I like Cole's point too, to use at home, but to be home more here. You have to think a little simpler sometimes if it bugs you now. Sometimes it's such small things that we just step over. They also get that tomorrow or get somebody else's area, but everybody looks at it that way and just take care of it when you see it. Stop fighting those things.
Yeah, and one thing I started doing is not having the, oh, I'll get it later. Later never happens. And then it bugs you the next time and keeps bugging you.
Speaking of bugs too, the whole list thing you were mentioning, like we need to. I need to be, I can't say I need to be better about using that office bugs list, like or any of the other chats that are out there now for. I know this is something that bothers me, but I don't have time to get to it. Just put it in there, and maybe it's not you that gets to it, maybe it's somebody else that bugs them too. Or they don't have something to do during their 3S time, so. Writing it down is gonna be big, but not in a place where it's just for me. I feel like maybe I need to write it down in a place that's a little bit more public, so that if Corey or Joel doesn't have something to do during 3S time, they can just go to that list as well. Or I don't have something to do during that 3S time, I can grab one of theirs.
That, and they can also, if you do it that way, someone can tell you how they improved it on what could be bugging you.
Yeah, I think those bug lists, you can't think of them like you're calling people out or you're calling something out.
Right.
You're simply just making a note, right? That at some point we can get back to this. You know, it's all that attack the process, not the people type thing. So if somebody does post something, don't be offended by it. It's just simply a bug and needs to be addressed. Now, I don't think that if you're walking past trash and you see trash on the floor, you take a picture and be like, this bugs me. That's a little petty. Just pick the trash up, right? It's more or less, you know, one of the ones I'm gonna put into the shipping, what bugs me list, is all those bins not being even on that shelf. Right? They're all over the place. So it's not an attack on anything other than the process.
I have one, I think action this day in engineering, it's really resonating with us because we tend to have a lag between the design process and getting it across the finish line. And after, you know, something's designed, it may take a couple days, it may take one day, it may take 2 weeks to do like a larger bumper or 3 weeks or a month. And it's kind of like, there's this, I won't say adrenaline dump, that's not the right word, but there's this dump of like, you get the design done, you export it, it's like kind of a bulk of work. You feel achieved, and then Bryce is really good about cutting it super fast, and then it's sitting down there, and there's like this lag to go physically do, you know, get it back, get it tacked, get it fit. There's a lot of movement that seems like we tend to put off after the big bulk of the initial design is done, and I think everybody that works upstairs can agree that like, if you just go do it, that's like, you don't get the reward. I mean, sure, you design the thing and you send the picture and everyone's like, oh, cool. But the reward you get when that thing actually gets launched and finished and you see it in the flesh, like that's when it's really exciting. And it's really not that, I mean, the design process a lot of times is the bulk of the work. So even though we create this thing in our head where it's annoying to go finish everything up and get it across the finish line, if you just do it, it makes everything way easier and you move way faster when there's no lag between design and prototype. So.
There's a quote that says, don't let perfect get in the way of starting. And that's very important, right? Because we just need to start, right? So if you need a nail in a wall to hang something, just put a nail in the wall to hang the thing. Don't wait on a, you know, mythical accessory panel board on wheels that's gonna happen, right? Let's just start, because before you know it, it's tumbled down the road and, you know, and it never got done and you're still dealing with the thing in your way all the time. Does anyone have any questions about the weld cell project yesterday that we did? No, all right, there's a I shared a link to a thing called Loom yesterday in the WhatsApp group. It's like a 7-minute explanation of it. If you want to know more about it, it's there. It's in in that main chat. And if you go through it, it'll kind of explain how we're planning to attack all these processes and break them down into more like micro processes. And the term I heard yesterday in a book was called a functional silo. You can't have a bunch of functional silos. So you think of silos storing grain, right? We don't want to do that. We want to create the flow. So this is another one of those, we're attacking the process, not the people. So we're not saying, hey, when you go into this booth and make something for 4 hours, it's not valuable. We're saying there's got to be a better way to do this, and a better way that allows powder coat to have a bumper, the powder coat, while they're waiting on the rest of them to come through. So then that flow starts to come through, and then shipping has product to ship as opposed to waiting, and then boom, next thing you know, there's 3 bumpers.
Right, from, you know, that one.
And 3 different sets of eyes looking at that.
That,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna touch on more on the daily department check-in. So just.
Oh, okay, yeah, those, yeah.
Saw servicing and tubing.
It was good yesterday at the we that so on change the blade and how they set up this.
It's nice.
There you go, Chris. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And
I bet like 4 days.
Is that keeping up with demand? Like what we're doing, or do we need to do a better job of managing that? Or is that just, that's all we need?
Probably falling a little bit behind because a lot of stuff to cut, but you know, also working at the laser isn't really helping.
Yeah, some days are heavier, 2 days.
Yeah,
We might need to just set like day when you get.
like we're at a levy gate right now, like that's eventually, we're gonna catch up with that easy. And then like when we catch up with that, that's, you know, that's when I get all the tubes knocked out, in, like a day or two.
Okay. Thank you, Nate.
They've done all, a lot of 11 days, 20 feet. Finish the rest of the last night, so they've got a lot of work in front of them, 11 days goes quick, so. It was everything that was ordered for 11 days, that. It should all come. Late finalities or anything.
CNC.
CNC ran pretty good yesterday, when we finished up some aluminum latch catches, we knocked out some long receiver tubes, and we did some hubs.
So, hey, thanks for making those receiver tubes that drop of a hat for us on that.
No, great.
Sorry.
Good, I got to bend some bumpers up so they could keep that breathing process going, and then got to show that one kid how to run the brake press and how stuff fits together and bumpers. Just
Was he impressed by it, or was he scared of it, or what was his?
he said it was really cool looking.
I'll tell you, he was pretty impressed with the lathe.
Yeah.
He was blown away by the whole process.
Really?
So what we did yesterday, I don't think people understand how big of a deal it is for people in fab, because I've been here almost 5 years. And we've done jobs typically the same way every time. We start one person finishes it. And yesterday, I think we can consider it a Kaizen event.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because, you
It's
know,
a major Kaizen event.
yeah, and I think it went pretty well. Like Casey said in the video, we finished it, what would you say, 2 hours sooner or?
job, yeah, about 2 hours faster.
Yeah, and that was a bigger bumper that kind of requires more welding and more attention too. And we're starting fronts today. We're gonna do some 400 fronts, 2 of them. And we're gonna do 2 470 fronts also. And one of those gets a bull bar. So we get to kind of
Figure that out.
yeah. So I think it went pretty well though.
Yeah, I think it went well.
Nice. Accounting and purchasing.
Things going well, Emily's got a combine machine. Working hard.
Yeah, we're getting to some things that are not necessarily related to your job that you're doing, but if you ever use something and we're thinking, I'm gonna count on this to be here again next time. Communicate that, because we sometimes run out of things and we don't wanna do that.
And Jen's been helping me, get ready for the full new payroll system next week and full of change transfer. Bracelets and that. And.
Real quick with that comment, I got my email yesterday about 11:23 in the morning from the payroll company, so look for that. It's going to go to whatever email I had set up for paycheck, so it might be a personal email, might be JCR, but keep your eye out for it. We got about 30 days, right? Before your paycheck flex is no longer something you should rely on looking at or doing anything with. So we want to get you registered as fast.
Yeah, as soon as you get registered, you'll be able to access most everything in there.
And who's that email coming from again? Is that
It's like the ISOL, or kind of HR.
It looks like spam.
I got mine yesterday as well after I.
Right, we found, so. I'd given them access to paychecks, and it turned out not every single person had an email in paychecks. So, Jen told me to make sure they had an email in there. And, again, if you haven't seen the email or have any sort of problems, it's going to be sitting and happy to help. Still gonna get a paycheck next week if you're not registered.
I just wanted to, on top of what Emily was saying about running out of stuff. Since we're trying to be more lean, there's going to be things that we miss. So if you do happen to see something running low, please bring it to our attention. Rooftop tent mounts, which we historically have had a bazillion of all the time. We're down to like 1. And that's our own fault because, we're trying to do something a little different, but just if you notice anything that looks abnormally low, just bring it to somebody's attention so that we can at least address it. Oh, no, we're good, or, oh, yeah, we need to figure that out.
Even something as simple as trash bag, right?
Yeah.
Bring out a trash bag.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
All right, engineering.
Things went well yesterday. I think Joe got, the new event software downloaded on all computers. I know Landon's been finishing up the new time guide system. And, Bryce helped me out, walk through the JTRB, to figure out if there's any changes I need to make for welding and the robot. So Lee and I both looked at that and see if there's anything we needed to do.
Hey, tell Ahmad about his slider legs. The GX 550.
Well, we took 24 inches of weld out of each rear mount. Oh, wow. Almost 4 feet of weld out of a pair. For next time.
It took him like a full day to make 7 sets of slider legs.
So we have four parts instead of 5 now. The one less part. 4 feet less. weld.
Now tell him you're sorry. That was a good example of a burden that engineering put onto production unknowingly. And then you guys shoulder it and just deal with it, and we don't know that that's there. So those are things that, you know,
That was standard procedure.
it can, well, it's hard because, you know, Colin's never been under a welding limit. So how does he know that? How does he know that 24 inches of weld on a mount makes a big difference versus shifting the burden to Nick, the press, right? So in an attempt to make something easier for the press, he made something harder for fab. So it's a very much a balance, but I think it's a good learning experience, and then being aware of those things on the engineering.
Maybe the SOC is just how it apologizes.
All right, customer service.
I'd say yesterday went pretty smooth. First dealing with a little bit more order update calls, so typically that means we're getting busier. Other than that, pretty smooth.
Nice.
Hurdle for me though is, I have not yet done our returns. I need to get that done. So that is a challenge that I am up against this whole week. Without Joel, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's usually still one bill does.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Something we discussed yesterday is that if you didn't know, there's an election happening right now. So what's happening is candidates are buying all of the ad space in swing states, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Ohio, sure. So if we run any ads in swing states, it costs us a lot more money. A lot. So we are, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, we are lowering our swing states. Thanks, Tom.
Wow.
And shipping.
It was a good day yesterday. We caught up to production and product code. I think we have 5 things left in the future today, but once powder coat gets going and stuff over, we should get back into it.
Robot.
Not much yesterday. I ran 2 sets of tire mounts. I had a buffer to run, was missing parts. I had carriers to run, it's missing parts. So don't know the name of the parts, but I noticed something about the carrier yesterday. Okay. And I think I have a few tire mounts that were brought to me. I mean, not tire mounts, receiver tools that was brought to me yesterday also. So I can run those today.
Nice.
If you do find parts in the thing, it's just at the end, heads up. And there's a few, like, the rubber parts I didn't know. I knew that. Okay, just let it.
And then powder coat.
Powder coat ran good yesterday. Probably spent about 4 to 5 hours working on crossbar, which got probably about 400. Along with the PO that we had too, so. Yes, it was a very good day.
Nice. And then Ahmad is presenting tomorrow with Lean Breakthrough.
got one thing real quick, guys. Daryl made a good example last night, late last night. If we're switching to WhatsApp, let's just get the hell out of those Facebook chats. Everybody leave them, and if you're in a chat that's not in WhatsApp yet, talk to somebody or create it yourself and get the same people back in it. So that we can just ditch it. If we're in two spots, it doesn't do anybody any good, so.
Or maybe don't recreate some of those chats.
Yeah.
I know there's some guys that you gotta chat with 3 other guys across 3 different departments and you just meme each other also. You don't need that. Well, let's focus on work stuff more work and that'll help out.
Also, one thing that I just noticed when we're doing all the departments, let's give the department some respect and listen to what they're saying. I heard so much talk right now when other departments were talking. Like, just let the department speak. It's gonna go quick. Just give them their time. That was disrespectful to them. Production. That's your meeting.